If a polynomial has 4 terms, then we'll need to use factor by grouping to factor that polynomial. So since it has 4 terms, we're going to split it into 2 groups. So if you look at the first 2 terms, 4QR plus 8R, the greatest common factor for those 2 terms would be 4R, because both 4 and 8 are divisible by 4, and both terms have the letter R. Now, the first term has a Q, but the second one doesn't, so that's why Q is not a greatest common factor. So if we were to divide both of these terms by 4R, well, 4QR divided by 4R, I'm going to be left with Q. And then 8R divided by 4R, I'm left with 2. Now the last 2 terms would be a different group. 3Q plus 6. Well, both 3 and 6 are divisible by 3, so we're going to write plus 3 since that's a positive 3. But they do not have a variable in common because 6 doesn't have a variable with it. So if I divide 3Q by 3, I'm left with just Q. And if I divide 6 by 3, I'm left with 2. So now we have 2 groups. We have 4R times Q plus 2 and 3 times Q plus 2. So now if we look at these 2 groups have a greatest common factor of Q plus 2. Both of those groups have this in common now. So now we're going to factor out the greatest common factor of Q plus 2. If I divide this term by Q plus 2, then I'm left with 4R. If I divide this term by Q plus 2, I'm left with positive 3. And we'll put 4R plus 3 inside the parentheses. So now my factored answer is Q plus 2 times 4R plus 3. Now, I want you to try to practice one on your own. I want you to try 3NP plus 15P minus 4N